the doctor's office at 9 weeks or whatever I was, and I was going to have an abortion. I was there. I had that
Wow.
appointment. I was sitting in the waiting room. I'm not even joking.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember my son's father at the time, he goes, "You want me to go with you?" And I said, "No, I'm going to do this on my own. I wanted to go by myself. I didn't want him to come with me." And so I was sitting in the office, I remember, and I filled out the paperwork, and I was sitting there, and I looked up, and I saw, I think, pictures of babies. It's weird. And I said, "I'm sorry, I can't do this." And I ran out, and I caught the bus home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Run away.
Caught the bus home. Yeah. And it makes me cry thinking about it. And I remember I went home, and my son's father was sitting there, and he goes, "What happened? That was, you're back so soon." And I said, "I couldn't do it." And then he said, I just remember hugging him, and he said, "We'll do this. We'll do this. We'll do this on our own." That's what he said.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, so but that being said, you
Mm-hmm.
know, that was the right decision for me. But for other people, I think the other way is the only decision for them, and I get that.
Well, yeah. I mean,
But
sometimes, obviously, if you being brought into, I don't know, a household where, well, your parents were split up and there's just the mum left and she's a crackhead and stuff. You know, I mean, there are
yeah,
instances
no, that's
where,
what I mean. There are
yeah,
those instances
yeah,
as well. Um, but for me growing up, like, I didn't really consider adoption. That wasn't even an option. Not that I would have necessarily, but I just didn't really even think about that. But it's weird,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But maybe that is an option for people. And I've been involved with this organization here where they do a lot of counseling for young pregnant women, and they
Mm-hmm.
offer that as an option. They really do try to discourage you from. I mean, they don't make you, but they give you that option. And I've seen the product of that, and it's so wonderful to see these babies with these families, and they've invited the birth mom to be a part of the family
Ah,
if she wants to. Yeah. So that to me is the perfect world, don't you think?
Yes.
In
you're
that
right
situation,
about. Sorry, go on.
yeah, in that situation. Oh,
Yeah. I
that's
say
what.
you're right about that though with like adoptive parents because it's tough to adopt a kid, isn't it? I mean, they've got to really want it. To
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and a lot of times the parents who, like, I know somebody who's adopted a child when the child was 4. And there are a lot of social issues that go with it because that child has been in foster home, foster home, foster home.
Mm-hmm.
So there are a lot of behavioral problems now that have been.
it's like a dog. I don't want to sort of but we're all mammals, aren't we? And it's the same with a dog. If you get
No,
a
yeah,
a rescue dog that's
yeah,
sort of been they're difficult to train and they're
yeah.
yeah. Just,
No, I know.
mm.
Okay, you guys, listen. I know we got very heavy on that subject, but that's what I think I'm going to blog about. Goodness, if I hope I can do
Yeah.
it.
You
I have
can
to
do
go in
it.
and do a quick weather hit, and then I'll be right back. Okie
Okay.
dokie.
All right.
Shaka.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Love that dress.
Yeah.
You crack me up,
Well, I love it on
Trail.
Maria. I don't think it'd suit me.
Oh man, there go that Shaka guy.
Don't need a screenshot.
May I know what time?
That's a beauty.
uh,
Look into my eye.
oh,
How you guys doing this morning?
Yeah,
doing
good.
great. It might help if I'm inviting people to the Hangout that I share the link.
Hey, at this point,
Oh gosh, I told them about it, but then and these are people I think have hung out. Kempton wants to know what time Dr. Isaac Isaacson is coming in.
well, Kimpton needs to jump in right now
Ooh,
because Dr. Isaacson will be up right after our American Idol gal, Aubrey.
you hear that, Kempton?
Bring it, Kimpton. As we used to say, BYA. Bring your
Yeah,
R's, my friend.
yeah, I don't think he's even watching because he's trying to get his funding sorted.
Yeah,
Oh,
If he
that's right.
watches,
Kimpton, get your fun.
crowdfunding.
Yeah, and if he watches, then I think he sort of gets tempted to join. So
Get the funding. More important. Muy
yeah,
importante.
Let's see. What did he say? He said, so I should really focus on my campaign. May I know what time Doctor comes? I will try to hang out for a few minutes if I can.
About 10 minutes.
Okay, I'll let him know.
all right. When we take a screenshot, it posts it to the
Mm-hmm.
it treats the Hangout post as the original post, and it posts the image below it.
Ah.
So that's how we find them, right? Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. I got a little daring.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm going to say I'm just going to go clean my teeth because I've just eaten half a sandwich. So I'll be back in 20 seconds.
Sure enough.
Hey, shawty, what it is? Hey, shawty, what it is? Hey, shawty, what it is? But
I have returned. I got phone.
Yeah, your phone was interesting.
Oh, it's ludicrous.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck is that? Where is that? And then I realized it was your phone.
That's strange. I was in the bathroom and I didn't hear it. Better ring. I'm moving house, you see, and this is it's my letting agent that's just rang. My new letting agent, so I better ring and see what they want.
Gotcha.
Well, voicemail, so I can listen to it well. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to ring him. I'll give me 10 minutes.
Yeah, I just talked to them. We're gonna do it at the end today. She's gorgeous. And she's, yeah, she's beautiful. And she's saying, on my own.
Yeah.
And now it's just like,
I sang that in college when I was 4.
oh, I sang it in my bedroom. Every freaking time I turn around. But all the girls are freaking strong. All the girls are strong.
Well, it's time to have a girl win. I mean, it's been like 4 years. How many years has it been?
Jordan was the last one.
Yeah. Hey, guys. Hi, Mare.
Hey, gorgeous. What's going on?
So, did you hear that?
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You look great.
Do you mind if I snap some photos of you guys doing this?
No,
Are
no,
we
of
actually on the
course.
chat already?
Yeah.
Hi.
There's Kim is in the chat, and we've
Hello.
got Trev. I think he must be getting coffee or something. And we usually have a bit more people, but because it's still early, we start the hangout at 8:30 usually, and then the time change really kind of. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Aubrey. Congratulations, Maria. It's very nice to meet you. Come join me. We're gonna hang out a little bit. Did they tell you? Yeah. Of course. It's very casual and very informal, by the way. Oh, you just put the camera feature on. Thanks, Kim. We hang out with all these people from all over the world. Not only that, well, there's up to 9 in the hangout. Not only that, it's broadcast live on our YouTube channel. So anyone with YouTube, I could be watching. Which reminds me, and I'm so sorry that I didn't do this earlier. But by the way, they're here, so they can hear us. And I will introduce you in just a second. Let me just pull this up really quickly because I didn't have your email account, so I didn't get to push it out just yet. But let me push that right now. How are you, by the way?
I'm really good.
Yeah,
Excited.
you're excited. Good,
Yeah.
good. What is your Twitter address?
Aubrey AI12.
With at AUB REY
AI12.
Aubrey AI12.
Yes.
Okay, now let me put that way people can click in. Hi, Anthony. I'll be right there.
Hello.
Okay.
Hey, Anthony.
Okie dokie.
Hey, Kim. How's it going?
Okay.
It's going
so
great.
this is our microphone right here,
Okay.
and our camera is right up there. Okay, so come closer to me here. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me introduce you really quickly. Hey, you guys, good morning. It's Maria from the Fox 11 Newsroom here in Los Angeles. And joining me this morning from American Idol, just fresh off of the stage and the sing-off, we've got Aubrey Cleland. I hope I said that right.
Yes,
I
you
did. Right? Aubrey,
Good
congrats to you. You're going to be going on tour
Yes.
with the top 10, right?
Mhm.
From American Idol coming up this year. And before we get into your experience and how you feel about that, I'm sure you're excited. Let me quickly introduce you to everybody that's here right now. We've got Trev, who's hanging out with us. He is in England right now,
Hi.
Yorkshire. We've got Kim, who is in Kansas City, Missouri.
Good morning.
We've got Anthony, who is from Sacramento.
Hello.
And we've got a bunch of people actually watching us on air right now, and I want to say good morning to you guys. If you have a question or comment, please send it to me or tag anyone in the Hangout, and please share the link. We want to get everybody knowing that Aubrey is here, especially all the people that voted for you, of course.
Definitely.
Okay, so you are gonna go. This is what this means, right? Because you won the sing off, you're gonna get to go on the road with everyone else.
Yes. I get to go on the American Idol live tour this summer, which is very exciting.
That's fantastic. I want to know a little bit more about you. You are from where originally?
I'm from Westland, Oregon.
Westland, Oregon. It's always wet and kind of cloudy there, is it?
Yes, except for in the summer. It's very nice during the summer. So
that's true.
I like to be there then, but the rest of the year, kind of like this California weather. So
that's true. No, I didn't get to see your performance, but you sang. Did you hear? I sang out here
on my own.
Okay, that has got to be one of my favorite songs.
Oh,
from
really?
Fame. Yes, absolutely. I think I sing it often by myself in the car, but no one else. That's a hard song to sing.
Yeah.
I mean, Irene Cara, did you watch the original?
I actually have not seen the original. I saw the remake, which is probably not as good, but I don't know. I love the song. It's a classic. I think the words really went well with the sing off, just kind of expressing how I felt at the moment. So yeah, so I think it was a good choice.
If you guys have a question for Aubrey, just let me know and I will go to you. Oh, Kim, yes, you have one. Go ahead.
I have been watching American Idol forever and a day. I'm not going to say how long. And I just want to say congratulations on winning the sing-off last night. When you were going into the sing-off, what was on your mind? And then once you found out you won, what was on your mind then?
Going into the sing-off, I was just really grateful that it was me that was chosen to be that sixth person who got the chance to compete, to go on this tour. and so it's all thanks to the fans that that I got this opportunity, because they truly chose me to go, and so I really owe it all to them and to AT&T, who gave me this opportunity. It's the first time I've ever done it, so it's really exciting that I'm a part of it. And when I won, I was shocked, just because it was up in the air. Either one of us could have won, so I was just really, really glad to hear my name.
So you sang against, or the sing-off was between you and Charlie?
Charlie, yeah.
Charlie. And now, did you know each other fairly well before?
Yeah, we'd spent a lot of time together, you know, just from being in the competition together. He's a very, very sweet boy. He's very talented. I think he's a musical genius. So yeah, he's a great kid.
A lot of people are saying that it's time for another girl. I mean, it's been a long time, don't you think? Did you guys talk about that? Like, the politics? Is there politics? You know, in American Idol, where people go, wait a minute, okay, we've had a guy. Who's going to be the girl?
Yeah, I think this year would be a great year for a girl to win, just because, you know, they haven't had one in so long, and the talent this year is amazing. All my girls in the top 10 are unbelievable, so it'd be awesome if one of them won.
What is your advice to other people who are wanting to audition for American Idol and considering the process that you just went through?
I would suggest just going in with an open mind, because you never know what they're looking for. So don't let it crush your dreams or anything. So just, I think it's a great experience for anyone who's really interested in singing, just to try it out. So it was my third time. I didn't give up. So I think
you've tried several times.
Yes. So I think just don't give up if you really want it, and just keep your head up, and, you know, just take the advice and run with it.
So it doesn't get you down, because you've been voted off once before too, right? Before the sing-off. So
yes.
Did you think like that was the end? There wasn't.
Yeah. When I found out that I got cut I didn't make the top 10. I was really disappointed. But then I found out about the sing-off the same night, so I was sad for a second, and then I was really excited about it. So yeah.
You were sad for a second. Yes, Kim, go ahead.
So when you found out that you were you know, you were voted off and all, and then you found out that you were you had the opportunity for the sing-off, what did you do in between the being voted off and the sing-off to prepare your mindset so that you could really come back full force and win?
You know, I just tried to really show how much I wanted it and how much it meant to me. I think choosing that song was part of it. Because I haven't sung that type of song on the show before, so I wanted to do something a little different, but still stay true to myself and try to speak to all types of people, including my fans and people who maybe weren't my fan before. So I hope that helped me win. So I think that it did help.
So obviously. Now, are there restrictions on you singing at all, or I'm just curious if you could sing us a little song? I don't know. No? Huh? Little bit? Oh. Are you, how's your voice this morning?
I mean, it's not like the best, but I mean, I haven't warmed up, but I could.
You could? Really?
It probably won't sound very good.
Oh, I would beg to differ, but maybe just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit.
Okay. Let's see. I could do a little bit about Here on My Own.
Yeah, that's what I was, I love that. I know, I love that.
Okay. Sometimes I wonder where I've been, who I am, do I fit in, make believing is hard alone, out here on my own.
And when I'm down, I'm feeling blue.
Take it away.
I can be. I'm not even kidding. I love that song. It's like one of my all-time favorite songs.
Oh.
You are a sweetheart. And not to mention, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Wow. I'm excited that you're back on. I really am.
Thank you.
And with that voice, you're like right up there.
Thank you so much.
I'm worried about you. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
All the best. I expect you'll be back here.
Picture.
What I expect. Totally.
Picture.
Thanks, you guys, for hanging out. Can you take a quick photo with us before you go? Okay, here's the camera right here. Oh, that's right. There's sound. Okay.
Live paparazzi.
That was awesome. You're fabulous. Really. Did you get any sleep last night?
A little bit.
A little bit? Well,
I was very excited.
You can't tell. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Sweet.
I think they're going to talk to you at the end of this block. So,
Okay.
so I think you have to wait around maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, if you guys have time.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, sweetie. Do you know how to get back?
Yep, I'll take you over.
All right. Thanks, Shaka. Thank you.
I think we have Dr.
good.
Richard Isaacson and Katie Holmes. I mean, Katie Holmes.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. Katie Lowe.
But see how I know the words
think
of that
that's the
song
order.
because I love it, but I cannot.
I know. I love that song.
If I had,
She's so cute. And what a nice little girl she was. She was really sweet, wasn't she? And then when she got up and hugged you, I thought that was so really cute. Like,
cute when they're that age. Just want to bottle her up and take her home.
So
for a
Richardson's
different reason
next.
than me, but yeah.
I mean, Dr. Richards.
Oh, Dr. Richard Isaacson is coming up. Yes, I think
Okay.
Shaka's going to go get him right now.
Okay. Oh, okay, Trev. You already let him know. Okay.
Yeah.
You already let who know?
Kempton.
Kenton.
Oh, yes, Kempton, you're watching. Come in.
Yeah, he was wanting to come in for Dr. Richard.
Dr. Richardson, yes.
Dr. Richard Isaacson. I did that too, Maria.
What did I say?
I said Richardson. That's why I started saying Dr. Richard.
Dr. Richard Isaacson. Yes, we're going to talk to him now. Very important subject of Alzheimer's. The Alzheimer's diet. I am interested to see what he says because everyone, talks about, I'm getting Alzheimer's. I forgot, So this is a good way to prevent and prepare for it. Who just joined us? Kempton. Hi, Kempton. She is adorable.
What's your name again? What's your name? Sorry, my Alzheimer imitation.
Alzheimer's.
Oh, you are bad, Kempton.
I was like,
See, that's why we're gonna put him in timeout.
But remember that there was thing you have no idea that is a pants. It's not where you forget or not forgetting of the names.
Right,
Yeah.
that's the difference. Like you can be forgetful, like you can forget where you placed your pen, but if you forget what to do with the pen,
Right. What is the function of a pen, or
I forget
what
the
if
analogy.
you put on another pair of pants on top of the pants that you're wearing?
Right. Then that's not being forgetful. That's
Mhm.
I
just
think it's like the best. Have you ever tripped? Have you ever had LSD or I don't mean tripped as in tripped up. I mean
Are you asking like
I
any?
just tripped in the newsroom. What are you talking about?
tripped as in trip? You know, they don't call it tripping over there when you have like LSD and your brain starts.
Isn't it illegal thing that you ask? Like, is this an illegal activity in the U.S.?
There's a lot of things illegal that people do all the time. It's not.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I imagine it's very much like that. We
But
kind of
how many do you admit on air?
I'll say. I mean, I don't do it anymore. But when I've had it before when I was a teenager.
You mean like you just forget?
You don't forget. Well, yeah, your brain isn't your own. It's weird. It's like you sort of. It's you can't explain it without actually doing it. And it's,
Interesting. Hold on, Dr. Isaacson is right here. Let me get him.
All right.
It is? Thank you. See, I'm drinking green tea. Maybe that will help.
Yeah. So the capture still makes that noise?
Yeah.
The crazy noise.
They haven't updated it yet.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Don't do it during the interview, I guess is what.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't like the little icon either.
Yeah, it takes up space.
I don't like the icon myself. Hi, Trey. I just wanted to say hello to you. It's been a long time since I've seen you.
Hello, Trey.
I know I had to get in here.
Trey, are you in Michigan?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Are you in Michigan?
Yes.
Okay. Hi,
Hey,
Dr.
boy.
Richard.
Pleasure.
Dr. Isaacson. Richard, yes. Hi, nice to meet you. Richard, this is really casual and very informal, but I just want to let you know it's not like, over there. It's a great conversation that we have every day with the gang from Google Plus.
Yep. I saw it online. You guys, they were fun. Absolutely.
This is our microphone right here.
Great.
And there's our camera. Maybe if you can just scooch up just a little bit.
Okay.
There we go. That way we can make sure we can hear you.
Great.
So let me quickly introduce you to everybody that's in the Hangout here.
Sure.
We get these guys, but not only that, people are watching on our YouTube channel as well from all over the world. So it's so great to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Dr. Richard Isaacson, the author of this new book called The Alzheimer's Diet. It's a really good book. It's got great tips in it, but I also want to mention that you are starting the first ever Alzheimer's prevention and treatment clinic.
Yep.
And I want to know a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But quickly, I want to introduce you to everybody that's here right now. We have Anthony, who's hanging out with us from Sacramento.
Hello.
We've got Tempton, who is in Calgary, Canada.
Hi.
Kim, who is in Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
Good
Trey
morning.
in Michigan. And we've got Trev, who's in the UK this morning. And we do have a bunch of people watching on air as well. And we want to welcome you guys. And thanks for watching. Make sure you share the link, okay? And if you have any questions, I know you probably will in regards to preventing and maybe treatment for Alzheimer's with Dr. Richard Isaacson. So let's start with the book, The Diet.
Yep.
So there is a step-by-step guide and nutritional diet that we can have now to prevent Alzheimer's?
Absolutely. There's no one magic bullet. There's no one magic cure or one magic anything.
No, there isn't.
But it's the combination of approaches. And I think the recent evidence shows that you are what you eat when it comes to brain health. And,
they
and
say that it's a
too.
cliche, but really is true, isn't it?
Absolutely. And 10 years ago, I wouldn't have said that this stuff was possible. My Uncle Bob was diagnosed with Alzheimer's. It was when I was in high school. There were zero treatments. There was nothing. And I went to medical school. Shout out to Kansas City. I'm a UMPC I'm a kangaroo graduate. And basically, even when I was in medical school, we learned nothing about diet. Nothing about diet for the brain or for other diseases too. So we now have to take a really comprehensive, multi-pronged attack. We have to fight this battle. We have to really fight Alzheimer's, and we need to use diet and other things too.
Okay, so top 3, 4 things that we must. We talked about the superfood of blueberries, and what are the musts?
So I think education is key. Knowledge is power. Learning about the typical diet things is key. For example, if you add a blueberry or 2 to your yogurt, that's probably not going to help. But 2 to 3 servings per week, a half a cup of blueberries and strawberries per week has been shown to delay the onset of Alzheimer's or dementia by up to 2 years or more. So it's the amount of things. I think that's one important thing. Number 2, decreasing carbohydrates. There's good carbs and bad carbs. If it's green, eat it. Green is good. That's the good carbs. But sugar, and more sugar, try to reduce that or everything in moderation.
I'm a rice girl. I grew up eating rice 3-4 times a day. I mean, I just... Back then, you never really heard of these things, but now it's really bad for me. Yeah. Why is that?
Again, it's a balance. If you have multiple smaller meals throughout the day, that can kind of slow digestion. If you have fiber in the meal, that slows digestion too. It makes the carbohydrates not as bad. But brown rice is better than white rice, and less is more when it comes to carbs.
Dr. Richard Isaacson, I have to apologize. I have to do a quick hit on the set.
Sure thing.
Can I just leave you guys with?
We have lots of questions for the doctor.
Have a conversation with them.
Okay.
It's very casual, like I said, and
Sounds
I'll be right back.
No hard questions till she comes back.
Okay, my easy question for I do a smoothie where I add different fruit to it, and I didn't realize by adding the blueberries, the strawberries, that it was helpful. Are there any other brain foods that would help along with those? Because I do add bananas and tangerines and things like that, but are there other fruits?
Yeah, so a great tip would be mix the fruits and vegetables if you can, because the vegetables have a little bit more of the brain boosting effects. So if it's green, like I said before, eat it. I was not a kale kind of guy. Now I'm okay with kale. If you put kale plus the blueberries, plus the strawberries, plus the spinach, plus some celery, some carrots. Carrots have other types of benefits in addition to the other stuff. You put that all together. You put some dark cocoa powder. My girlfriend taught me this. You put the dark cocoa powder, has to be pure unsweetened cocoa powder, into the blueberry and fruit and everything mixed. You have the natural sugar from the fruit. You add take a little bit of bitterness away from the cocoa powder, and you're going to have a brain boosting morning smoothie. And that's what I recommend with low fat or non-fat yogurt. Greek yogurt is probably the best thing to use.
I am going to rewatch this video. That was good because I love smoothies in the morning, and I love that. Oh, thank you.
So, doctor, I want to ask you before I forget the minus side, the things that we should not eat. And here's actually something not about food. Aluminum, like I use aluminum tin foil to actually underline the pan that we used to cook, and then we throw away that. Like, are there any proof that that the minor dust on it, it's going to like hurt me in the long run, or what's the situation on that?
I'm really glad you asked this question because I get this question a lot, and this is one of the. I'm a pretty open-minded thinker. I don't think I think outside the box. I think I make the box bigger, and I take the approach to this as they're my own family members. Okay, for me or my own family members, I'm not sure that I truly have proof that aluminum and all that stuff is harmful. That being said, I also don't have proof that it's not harmful. You know, I don't minimize those sorts of things in my life. You know, some people say, oh, well, I'm not going to use the deodorants with aluminum in it. If you want to minimize risk, then do that. But I don't know if we have the proof for that.
Right. Go ahead.
Some people say, you know, you have to adopt a vegan diet. You know, only vegan. That's the only way to go. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think being a vegan, I'm okay with that in terms of philosophically and ethically, but in terms of the data, I have to stick with the science. And you know, lean protein in meat forms is probably okay in moderation. So I think it's all a balance. I don't know that we have proof about the aluminum, but it is found in the brain, and you may have to be careful about that. So it's a balance. Really important question.
Same with the cell phone thing as well, isn't it? They say the evidence is neither here nor there, so you might as well just carry on as though it's not. You know, as though the evidence doesn't show that.
So, you know, the evidence about cell phone use is my brother's brother-in-law, David, you know, and I talked about this pretty recently. He's a my brother's a neurologist. He's a neurologist. We have a lot of brain doctors in the family. We have some weird genetic mutation. When it comes to cell phones, there was a study in mice, and they can give mice Alzheimer's disease. And the mice, they lose their cheese, they lose their, well, I don't know if that happens. But mice actually, they put cell phone towers in cages with mice. This is a really interesting study. The cell phone towers, when they put the waves, actually decreased the negative effects of Alzheimer's. The cell phones were actually brain protective when it comes to Alzheimer's disease. Totally interesting. Now, this is in mice. You can't generalize this. So I actually have two cell phones on me. I got one attached to my head, one attached over here. I'm okay with cell phones. Again, I don't think we have the research in humans, but I'm okay with cell phone use.
Another question, unless someone else has a question. The way the way we consume the fruits or the greens, does it matter? Do they have to be raw or like in a smoothie? I think you blend it and whatnot from frozen. But if I put it in a cake or banana bread or whatever, like we cooked it, does it matter?
Well, okay, so that's a really good point. Like, for example, not in the brain, not in Alzheimer's, but like in tomatoes, for example, they're more protective anti-cancer properties if you heat the tomatoes a little bit. I don't think we have the evidence yet. I do believe that if you wash the vegetables and you put them in fresh vegetables are better. Non-genetically modified is probably better. Organic is probably better also, but if it costs too much money, then you have to balance everything. So clean the vegetables, green leafy vegetables in one of those blenders, the whatever they do, the smoothie things. I think that can give you a really nice brain boosting start to the day, or even snack during the day too.
I'm gonna get your book. Definitely.
There we go.
I have a question. Yes. Yep. For me, I don't have any history of Alzheimer's in my family. For people like me, should I be worried? Do I need to watch out for some things? Because I know you say you don't have any history in your family, and you think you can blow it off. So what would you tell people like me who don't have that history?
I am also extremely glad you asked me this, and you know, I've never really been asked this in a public forum, so I hope everyone listens. Everyone should not be scared of Alzheimer's or frightened by it, but everyone should be mindful of it. And everyone should make not only brain-healthy dietary choices, but brain-healthy lifestyle choices. Listen, I have 4 family members with Alzheimer's, so I'm different. I'm concerned. Alzheimer's disease starts in the brain 20 to 30 years before the onset of symptoms. Okay? It doesn't just happen one day where you snap your fingers and you have it. There's also other things. Age is the #1 risk factor. Genetics is also a problem. But African Americans and Hispanic Americans are at a much higher risk because of probably genetics. There are so many other head trauma. If you have multiple head traumas, if you played football or if you've lost consciousness, I've treated 2 retired NFL players one retired race car driver, head trauma can actually increase the likelihood of Alzheimer's. So there's all these risks that we're not exactly worried about, that we're not exactly sure about, but that's why I advocate that everyone should make brain healthy choices early on, whether in their 30s or 40s. That's basically when I start people on a brain healthy diet. I'm starting the first ever Alzheimer's prevention and treatment clinic. I'm actually moving up to New York. Loved my time at the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine, but going up to Weill Cornell Medical College to start this clinic where I'm not just going to treat patients, because Alzheimer's disease and cognitive issues affect the whole family. I'm going to treat their family members, their sons and daughters, grandchildren, their caregivers, their brothers and sisters, all in the same clinic visit. I believe that if you treat Alzheimer's 20 years before the onset of symptoms, that's when we can treat Alzheimer's disease. There's nothing magical, that you can stop Alzheimer's right now. There's no cure, but we can fight this disease. I started these right around the age of 30 is when I made drastic changes to my life, because guess what? If I'm going to get it, it's already in my brain.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Because I've heard the term Alzheimer's and the term dementia mentioned, sometimes mixing them up. Can you tell us the difference between the two and how they affect the brain?
Another great question. About of the 100% of cases, 70% of the time that you have a memory problem, it's going to be Alzheimer's. So common things happen commonly. Alzheimer's is the most common form of dementia. If you want more information about this, we have all these web blogs and all these things on the website, www.thealzheimersdiet.com or www.theadplan.com. There's free blogs and you can just read about it, and we do postings and all that sort of stuff. We can go into more detail, but if you have progressive short-term memory loss, you forget your keys, your cell phones, common things happen commonly, it's probably Alzheimer's, but you do have to rule out other things. You can have a vitamin deficiency, you can have a thyroid problem. So the take-home point here is, if there's any concerns, get educated, get informed, see a qualified medical professional as early as possible. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Get the blood tests, talk to your doctor, get some routine screening tests, and we can figure what this is early and then intervene early. All Alzheimer's is not created equal, and we need to figure out what it is.
Yeah, one of actually a previous star that came to visit us, actually his family member has Alzheimer, and I think he made a good point. It's not forgetting the keys where and why, it's forget about how to do with the key, like or wearing the pants twice or something like that.
That's exactly. That's really important, because once the memory trouble starts affecting the activities of daily living, the things that someone would normally do well every day where they can't care for themselves, that's when it's magically called, quote unquote, Alzheimer's dementia. That's the definition of dementia. But Alzheimer's starts 20 to 30 years before. Even when you're, slipping up a little bit, people used to say, oh, it's okay, you're probably just getting older. I don't agree. I think that's when we need to intervene. For the first time ever in 2013, we're starting Alzheimer's prevention trials. Yep, you heard it here first. This month, first ever person in the world will get the first ever drug to prevent Alzheimer's disease.
Oh, wow. Right.
Yep, it's actually right now, this month, March of 2013.
Wow.
Is this at your clinic?
So my research focuses on nutrition and lifestyle changes. So my research focuses only on that. But basically, we have to hit this from every angle. So it's not my clinic; it's the Washington University in St. Louis.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yep.
And I apologize for coming in later, but I'm sure you've had an incredible discussion.
Had a great chat.
But yes. Did we miss any other questions?
Yeah.
Can I just ask about?
Go ahead. Yeah, I've one more too, but yeah, a lot of questions.
We have time for probably a couple more, and then that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you said it starts 20 to 30 years before the symptoms. Is there any way to tell? Do you know what I mean? Is there any way to detect it?
That's a really great question. So we were I was just in Florence, Italy at the International Alzheimer's meeting, and this was the topic of the lecture that I gave. There are probably 3 ways to tell. One, you can do very careful cognitive tests or thinking skill tests. I think we need to figure that out a little bit more, but yes, there are some very subtle ways to figure it out. The other thing is, at some point there may be a blood test or a spinal fluid test or a fancy test. Right now we're not there yet. In the future there may be a brain image that we can check, but again, we're not exactly there yet. So that's why I believe balancing anything and everything, as long as it's safe, making these brain healthy lifestyle choices, staying engaged, listening to music, getting a hobby, and eating healthy, eating the very specific type of Alzheimer's prevention diet is key.
Trey, did you have a question?
Yes, Doctor, we have over the years made significant progress in understanding Alzheimer's and really grasping what it is. How soon in the future do you think we will have a cure where people can go into the doctor's office, get an injection, and don't have to worry about this?
Right.
That's a good question.
Really great question. About 5 years ago, I said 15 to 20 years. Now I'm saying around 15 to something years. I think we all want a cure, but I think today in 2013, we have proven things that we can do today. We have to prevent and to reduce risk. If I can delay the onset of Alzheimer's in myself for 2 years, even 2 to 3 years, and a cure comes out during that time, then we have effectively prevented Alzheimer's disease and cured it. So I think we need to hope, we need to keep raising research funds, we need to keep doing the work I do and all these other people do every single day. But we should all start preventing Alzheimer's disease today. At your next meal, get educated, read about this stuff. And I think that's really when we have the most benefits.
See, doctor, my main concern is if we broaden the definition so wide, it's kind of like the DSM situation where they expand the DSM manual to define crazy, and suddenly the whole country is crazy or fall in the definition. But won't we fall into the same trap here if we widen to like minor things, like forgetting minor things 20 years ago become like a symptom of Alzheimer?
Well, so it depends on which way you look at it. I believe we're all going to live older. You know, our average age of living is in the late 70s, 80s now. I prefer to live a cognitively healthy life. And I think that the research that I'm doing now and the research that's in the book, The Alzheimer's Diet, shows that if you eat this way and do these things, we can live a healthy brain life, not just a healthy body life too. So I think it's all a balance. We don't want to cause any calamity or any worries, but I do think it's key that we can make very subtle brain and body healthy choices.
It's incredible. So start today, you guys. Start today. Alzheimer's Diet.
I just bought it. I just bought the Kindle version.
Appreciate it. Thanks, guys. You guys were great. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. They were great. You guys were awesome, by the way.
Thanks a lot. Cheers. You too.
Thank you. That was very educational.
Very. Yeah. Tell us what is the book like when you get a chance to read it, Kim.
Okay.
So we're gonna hang out with Helen Moon right now, you guys. Helen Moon is an author as well. Okay. Yes, and but we'll talk to her about early childhood. Well, I'll let her explain. So let me bring her in really quickly. Helen, hi. Please come join me.
Thank you very much. How are you? Lovely to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. Oh, I detect an English accent.
Yes.
Where do you hail from across the pond?
Cornwall in England originally.
Cornwall. Well, let me introduce you to. I just love that accent.
They'll say I sound American when I go home, though.
Was that right? Yes. They tease you about being too American
now.
They do,
yes.
Oh, let me quickly introduce you to everybody in the Hangout here. By the way, this is very casual. Come, push up a little bit. This is our microphone right here.
Okay.
And our little camera is right up there.
Perfect.
And we get to hang out with these fine people from all over the world, including England. Not only that, but we're broadcast live on YouTube, so anyone with a YouTube channel is watching.
Oh, great.
Could be watching, I should say. So good morning to you, and we want to say hello to Helen Moon, author of the book called, here you have it, there it is, the larger version, Cherish the First 6 Weeks, and it's about raising your little baby.
Exactly.
Right? The most important part, I suppose. I want to hear more about that from you. A plan that creates calm and confident parents and a happy, secure baby. I, for one, am very interested in that since I have a little one myself.
That's right. You have a 3-year-old, right?
2. He just turned 2. So let me introduce you to everyone here. We have Trev, who's hanging out with us from England. He's
Hi, Trev.
Near Bradford,
Hello.
I believe, right?
Bradford.
Yorkshire?
Long way from Cornwall. Well, a long way in English terms.
Yes. Well, that part of England in the UK. We've got Kim, who is in Kansas City.
Hello.
Hi. Trey, who is in Michigan.
Hi.
Kempton, who is in Calgary, Canada.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
And Anthony in Sacramento this morning.
Hello.
Hello.
And we do have lots of people watching on air as well. Hi, you guys. Hi, YouTubers.
Hi, everybody.
If you have a question, please, for Helen, let me know, and I will get it to her. So, cherish the first 6 weeks. This was I'm a mom second time around.
Right.
And I have to be honest, with my first one, I really didn't pay much attention. I think I rarely took vitamins during that time, but this time I really was cognizant of what I did before I got pregnant, while I was pregnant, and the first few weeks.
Right.
Well, really the first 2 years I still am.
Right.
But what is it about the first 6 weeks that make that really important?
Well, for me, I find a lot of new parents get lost in the first few weeks. They are overwhelmed by sleep deprivation and just not sure what to do. So I wanted to kind of lay out a simple little plan. And this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. I work with new parents and teach them how to get their babies on a routine and schedule.
Speaking of a new parent, Helen is the nanny, by the way, or was the nanny. One of the nannies.
That's what I thought.
For Elton John's new babies.
Right.
The first one, yeah, it's 2 now, I think, right?
It's 2, yes.
It's 2.
Yes. No, I've worked with both of them.
You have?
On and off. Whenever they're in the West Coast area here visiting, I work with them.
Oh, that's wonderful. When you say you work with them, I wish to God I had someone that worked with me the first 6 weeks just to help me get through the sleeping thing. I literally was like delirious.
Right.
With this one, the first one I wasn't because I was very young.
Right.
But now I know there's something about that, right? When you're
Yes. I have 2 children myself, so I know what it's like, and I had mine 10 years apart. So I was young with the first, and a little older with the second.
Big difference.
It's a huge difference, yeah.
So how do you create the calm, confident parent and the happy kid who's crying, pooping, and eating every 2 hours?
It's true. That's all you do. The most important thing to remember is, I think what we said before was, crying is a way the baby communicates. So don't panic when your baby cries. They're just letting you know, hey, I'm a little uncomfortable right now. I'm either wet, gassy, hungry, tired, and those are the main things. So don't panic when you hear a cry, and just calmly talk to your baby and figure out what's going on. And if you're calm and relaxed, they'll be calm and relaxed. But when you're kind of stressed and tired and a bit burnt out and not sure what to do, that's the way they become too, because they pick up on our emotions totally.
They do. They absolutely do. Is there something that we can do at 6 weeks that's going to make a huge impact on their disposition later on? Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't think it's necessarily going to affect their lives in the long run.
Right.
Everything will even out in time. But if you're sort of chaotic, they've got a chaotic, busy, loud, noisy, household, then it's going to take them a while for them to adjust. They've come from this perfect little environment in utero, and then they've come out into this big world, and everything's chaotic around them. So that will make them a little edgy, and and they'll just anxious. They'll get more anxious and everything. So the calmer you are with them, the better they will be.
Okay, Kempton, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Helen, I have this question. I want to ask you, how should parents deal with babies when they cry? Should they just let the baby cry? Here's the thing. When I was young, my parents, I learned the trick that, there's a thing called car. So every time they put me on the bed, I cry. So I think the first time they drive me around, bad mistake. So how do you deal with that stuff like that?
How do we deal with crying parents? Is that what you're saying?
I see your point, Kempton, because I know some people who will literally take their baby and put them in their car, and they'll drive around for 2-3 hours.
And then once they learn that, you game over.
It's a terrible habit to get into.
Baby.
Bad habit. There's a drive-through coffee shop here in LA that a lot of parents, it's become a joke that every customer in this coffee shop is a mum with a baby in the back. But it's a really bad habit. Babies are going to cry, so the best thing for you to do is just to hold them and sing to them and get them all relaxed, and eventually you'll be able to put them down and let them go to sleep in their bed. I don't believe in letting a baby cry for a long period of time. That's not good for them.
I don't either, but at the same time too, you can't, like, if they're fed, if they're changed, if they're not too hot or too cold or whatever,
right,
it's okay to let them cry a little bit and wait for your milk to warm up or what, what I mean? You can't
absolutely
just
you don't jump at every noise,
right? You don't do that,
right.
So yes, I actually had one of those seats, Kempton, You know those baby chairs that mimics like you're
Oh, the
in
move
car.
a little.
Oh, like the Mama-Roo.
Oh, trick them! You trick him.
But that's also not the best habit either, because
oh no!
No, sorry.
Got it.
No, well, see what the problem. It's great for them to calm down in that, but not for them to sleep in it, because then what you're doing is
done it a lot.
Yeah, but you're teaching them to sleep with motion. So you want to teach your baby to sleep calm, you know, in a still bed. If you're always putting them down and rocking them or putting them in a Mama-Roo or in the car or something like that, they only learn to sleep through motion. So, you know, you have those little cradles that rock, they're bad. You just want to, you need to give your baby the love and affection, attend to all its needs to make sure it's hungry, it's not hungry, it's burped, it's clean, and swaddling is a great thing too. If you have a little one, swaddle them and then they feel really cozy and they'll relax. They might fight it a little bit to begin with, but once they're calm, they will sleep beautifully. But
how is Sir Elton's baby?
He's adorable.
Yes, good sleeper.
He's a great sleeper, of course. No, I'm kidding.
Does Sir Elton sing to the baby?
He does. Well, he doesn't sing him to sleep, but he does sing to him. So it's very cute. Yes.
Very good. Well, very good. Cherish the first 6 weeks, you guys. It's a book on how to a plan that creates calm, confident parents and a happy, healthy, secure baby. So check it out. Helen Moon, it's a pleasure to meet you.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Will you just photo with us before you go?
Yes.
Here's the camera right there.
Thanks.
Yay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's good.
Flicker's the making picture.
You know what? There's a new app now, but we're going to change that because it's a little distracting. But yeah,
very loud.
New little
but
bells
I guess it works in the end. But
yeah, I like to wait until after the interview is over with and then take the picture.
Yeah, but when
because that way she'll have access to it immediately.
Yeah, yeah, true. So from that side it's good, but the noise is just crazy.
We may adopt.
And, yeah, but yeah, we still can do screen capture while in the middle, so to get in the action and talk.
Oh, is that right?
December 25th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
at
supposed to
the
be a very
end,
posed.
they're just posing is a good time to use it.
Yeah.
But when they're
Just
not
that cusp,
posing
like
and they're
you still need the
talking,
two
I
presents.
just do screen captures.
Yeah, but see, when someone joined a newscast, like the other day, someone joined a Melissa's newscast, and then he started playing with it. Yeah,
Oh, no.
it changes, it puts it on, like take away Melissa's screens, and
Well, today's a busy day because coming up in just a couple minutes, we're going to hang out with Katie Lowe's on the show Scandal. Do you?
Oh,
Okay.
come on now. You know I'm a fan.
Yes, you are. Who else was a fan? Was it Tom?
Trey?
Tom. Tom was a fan. Trey's a fan. Okay.
Hey Trey, good to see you, man. Haven't seen you in a minute.
Hey,
I
Shaka.
knew nothing about Katie. I'm so sorry, you guys, or the show, other than we talked with some of the stars. What's her name?
President's wife.
Grace Jones.
No. We talked with several of their cast members, actually.
President's wife. We met the president's wife.
We met the wife. We met.
Anyway, see you guys.
Millie.
Millie,
her name was Millie on the show.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Bye, Kempton.
Bye, Kempton.
Yes,
Bye, Kim. Bye. Bye,
We met with Tony Goldwyn. We met.
She's called Bellamy Young.
Bellamy Young.
Bellamy. That's her name.
Yes, Bellamy Young. Sorry. So we met with Bellamy. We met with Tony.
Just look at the list here. We need to meet Kerry.
You know who I would love to meet too?
Carrie was here once, but not for Scandal. I think she was here before.
Well, I would love to meet. Was she for Django?
Yeah.
No, she came in once before she was on Scandal. It was a different show. It was before we had the Hangout.
So Huck, Carrie, and Columbus. Those are the three I want to meet.
You want to meet Columbus, Carrie, and
the Huck character. Huck.
Guillermo Diaz.
Guillermo.
Thank you.
He was in something else that I like too. Oh no, he was in a comedy skit on the Dave Chappelle show.
Are you serious? Comedy?
I believe he was in a skit. He was in some skit that I saw because his face popped up and I was like, yeah, he was in a skit on the Dave Chappelle show.
Wow.
Which one?
Wow. I've loved Columbus Short forever and a day, from way back when, his dance movies.
Oh yeah.
Because he's a real good dancer.
What does this mean? She plays Quinn Perkins, Lindsay Dwyer.
It's a long story.
Basically her main character is Quinn, but her name was changed to protect her, and her original name was Lindsay.
Oh, so she's like in a witness protection program or something?
No.
Oh.
I was about to kick.
It's a long story.
She doesn't use the Lindsay Dwyer name on the show anymore, though.
Right. She's Quinn Perkins on the show.
Oh, you were about to get stabbed. You know that, right?
Did you take his hamburger?
Dang.
The news director specifically asks for food, and Shaka's like, "No, this is for the crew."
Okay,
like,
okay,
everybody's
love
boss wants
hold
one.
on. You know how much I love those chicken wings from Fat Burger? Do they have some out there?
They do.
God,
They do.
please go get me some chicken wings.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
She's cracking up. Okay, we got to get all three of you.
I'm like, I have not gotten ethnic on you yet. You may want to remove your hand from my plate.
We'll spend 5 minutes with her.
You did not do that.
What happened to he took your plate away?
I took a hamburger.
Oh, he took a hamburger. Wait a minute. He took a hamburger from your plate?
No, Michelle. Here's what happened. Michelle Pullfree asked me to grab 4 hamburgers for the studio crew because they can't get out their seats. They can't get outside.
I can't either.
So she always takes care of them.
I can't either.
And so I'm walking in with 4 hamburgers on a
me?
tray. I take care of you. I get you food sometimes when I think of something you'll like. So I have a tray of 4 burgers, and Anthony reaches his hand down and says, "I'm going to take one of these." And I said, "No, you're not." And he kept reaching for the burger. And I was like, "No, you're not." He was like, "Tom seriously want a burger." I said, "So the studio crew needs these 4." And I told somebody I would do this. It wasn't even the fact that the studio crew needed it. I told somebody
promised.
I would make this happen.
Yeah.
And I'm a man of my word. So you get between me and my word, we're going to be fighting. That's how it goes down.
Dang,
I will whoop that behind.
I will whoop?
I'm not going to mess with you.
I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be a man of my word.
We should send this book to someone who wants it.
Ooh. Now she says it after I have purchased it.
We could get the hard copy.
Huh?
I'll take it.
No, but you ordered one already.
No, send it to Kempton. Send it to Kempton.
No, let's make a contest.
Oh.
Including, yeah. I mean, it's only fair that all like viewers get to see it as well, isn't it? And get a pitch in.
Yeah. Let's make a contest. Like, who wants this book sent to them? If you're watching on air, leave me a comment below. Just leave a comment and tell me why.
Well, that's fair.
There was a comment by, hold on, let me find her. Where is it? Amanda Green. She said that Katie Lowe's husband actually guest starred on Scandal. His name is Adam Shapiro.
Katie Lowe's husband. Okay, she's
Adam
coming
Shapiro.
Right, so he
guest starred on Scandal.
Oh, okay, well that's good.
Thanks, Amanda, for the heads up.
Oh, I see it. Quinn is married to Adam Shapiro, who was a guest star on Scandal.
I'm adding you to my Scandal circle, Kate, Amanda.
Amanda, thanks for watching. I love it. You should come join us.
Might be crazy.
I love it how Justin goes, that interview with Dr. Isaacson was the best ever. I wasn't even here. I was like the best
Oh.
Best I've heard. That cracks me up. I should leave the Hangout more often.
Well, I think what it was because we had to. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, it's the same as what you. I'm just thinking because we had to think up questions, and not allow any silence. But you do that, so I can't see why it was any different. Never mind. I'm just thinking out loud. Never mind.
You know what? I think because there was a lot of time spent with Dr. Richard, longer than usual, I think.
Mind you, he was interested anyway. I mean, whether you'd have been there or not, I mean, he would still have been.
But the subject is very interesting. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's something that could inflict any one of us. It's not about necessarily about babies. It's not about women specific. It's it's across the board. Any one of us could happen to, right? So that's why I think it's interesting and fascinating, and that we can provide.
I like speaking to scientists anyway, though, because it's just.
I'm fascinated with it. Yeah, I had a woman that I knew. She was a grandmother that had Alzheimer's in our family, and it was hilarious because she was the nicest Irish woman ever. But once she got Alzheimer's, she started swearing like crazy. Like, we went to a church, and she'd be like, she went to the priest came up to her and goes, hello, and he knew she had Alzheimer's, and she goes, oh, holas. Like, she would transpose the words. It was just really weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hi. So nice to meet you.
You are so sweet.
Thanks.
You have the greatest energy.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate
Wonderful.
that.
I was just talking to...
My parents would be happy to hear that.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that's their job, right?
Well, now
they raised me to be
exactly.
a positive,
they put the good
open
seeds in there.
I hope so. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
I was just talking to everybody here in the Hangout.
Hi, everybody in the Hangout.
We were talking about scandal, of course. Let me quickly introduce you to everybody that's hanging out with us tonight. By the way, this is really casual and really informal.
Right.
Kind of like a behind-the-scenes look at what we do here.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so it's fun. So we get to hang out with these guys from all over the world. Oh my God, look.
We have chicken wings.
They found your food.
Everyone's talking about Fatburger, that it's the best thing ever.
Well, their chicken wings and their burgers are actually really quite yummy, delicious.
Yay.
So they're right up
and
there.
that's outside by my car. Will that still be around?
They will
Sweet.
still be around. Yes, they're right up there with In-N-Out for me. Anyway, let me quickly, I digress with food. I'm so sorry, you guys.
When food's around.
I know.
I get that.
So, welcome to Katie Lowe's from the hit show Scandal, you guys, joining us this morning. Let me quickly introduce you to this motley crew.
Hi, motley crew.
I love you guys. This is Trev. He's hanging out with us from England.
Ooh,
Trey
cheers, mate.
Trey is in Michigan. Kim is
Michigan.
in Kansas City.
Hi.
And
Hi.
is in Sacramento this
Hi.
morning. And we do have a bunch of people that are watching us right now on air.
Cool.
So I want to say hey to you guys and YouTubers, and
I'm like really good at this computer thing.
For sharing.
Way to go.
Well, I'm learning. I'm learning from these guys. But it's really fun. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, let's start with your character in Scandal.
Sure.
I had to be honest, I've not watched it. We have interviewed, Tony's been here, Tony Goldwyn.
And Bellamy.
Bellamy's been here.
And Josh was here too.
Yes, that's right, but he didn't make the Hangout. He did a surprise on the set. But so I was asking them about Quinn Lindsay and why you had to change your name, and they had just started to explain to me.
Sure.
But so what happened?
So I was Quinn Perkins up until the end of the first season, and we find out that Quinn Perkins isn't my real name, that I've been running and hiding from the police for a while, and Olivia Pope sort of saved my life. But my previous former self is a girl named Lindsay Dwyer from California, Petaluma, California, and she's and she's like a regular girl who goes to law school, and she has a good boyfriend, and all she wants to do is pass the bar and make a good living and have her life. And her boyfriend, you find out, helped rig the national election, and he gets blown up in a building along with 7 other people, and I get framed for doing it.
Oh my gosh.
And Olivia Pope is sort of played by Kerry Washington. She's at the focal point of this whole conspiracy, and she comes to Petaluma, knocks me out, or Guillermo Diaz does, Huck, knocks me out, and I wake up with a new identity, Quinn Perkins, license, driver's license and passport, and I just take on this new personality, and I get hired at her office.
Okay. Well, we have some fans of the show.
Yay! Yes. Gladiators in the house.
Yes. And you guys,
Gladiator! Woohoo!
I know you guys have some questions. So, Kim, you take it away. You have the first one.
Go for it, Kim.
Oh, gosh. I love your character. The feistiness you have taken on is awesome. So, okay, my wish in the whole show is for you and Huck, your character, Huck's... I know. That's a long shot.
Spoilers? Are there any spoilers about that?
I love this. So your dream would be if Quinn and Huck had a little bit of like a thing going on, yeah?
Oh, yes. I think that would be so awesome.
I mean, yeah, it's like Huck is played by Guillermo Diaz. He's like so amazing, and Quinn has been struggling to sort of find her place in the office of what she's good at and where she belongs. And Huck, his character, has really taken Quinn under his wing, and he's really training her right now to to get good at his spy stuff. And, you know, Guillermo and I, we have like really good chemistry. We love each other a lot offset, and he's a close friend. And
that's nice.
And he just, we get a lot of this, like on Twitter. If you guys are following us on Twitter, please do. But we get a lot of like, yeah, like Huck and Quinn. I hear a lot of both sides. Huck and Quinn either need to get together or stay away from Quinn because she kills all of her ex-boyfriends because Jesse Tyler got blown up, and Gideon, I ripped the scissors out of his neck. So
yes,
a lot of people also say to stay away from. Please don't have relations with Huck.
I was reading someone that said that your husband, your real life husband, was on the show.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but yeah, my real life husband got cast to play Jesse Tyler, and it was amazing. But he got blown up, which was really sad. But for that one episode, it was awesome. But you never know. I mean, as far as like what is coming down the pipe for Quinn and Huck, I mean, I have no idea. Shonda, we get the scripts right then and there on the day, and I have no idea what's coming. So like literally next week, I could be killing somebody, or I could totally be making out with Huck on the desk. I have no idea. But that's what keeps it so exciting, right?
Yes.
Go ahead, Trev.
Well, just say what's it like to work on that show, because we were speaking to Bellamy as well, and you're really outgoing and happy and nice, and she was the same. So it's experience to have two people of the same sort of nice, sort of warm.
Well, I think that that's definitely a testament to Shonda Rhimes. She has this thing. When Oprah came to the show and did a little special where
Oprah?
the Oprah came to
There's only one Oprah.
Harry and Shonda. And Shonda actually said that she has something called, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this word. A-hole?
Yeah,
okay.
I just said it.
She has something called like a no a-hole policy, Shonda does, and basically what she does is before she hires you, she calls your previous bosses.
She really checks your references.
She checks you out to see
Wow.
if you're like a nice person, and I really think that that's such a huge blessing, and what she really makes sure that everyone on her set, like Bellamy and hopefully like anyone else you'll meet on Scandal, is like a down-to-earth, nice, hardworking person. And she really likes to give people opportunities who have been around, like, you know, just struggling, and you don't think it's ever going to happen, and then Shonda Rhimes picked me, you know, and I think that it makes for a really amazing set, and we like to be really silly, even though it's such an intense show. I know, it's crazy, but we do.
Trey, did you have a question?
Yeah, I have two questions for you. Your character is one of the casualties of this whole Defiance operation.
Yeah.
Will we see Defiance, this whole situation surrounding Defiance, end?
Yeah, I think what you saw in episode 13, which ended with Tony Goldwyn killing Verna, I think that was sort of like the whole wrap up of the Defiance situation. However, the repercussions of Defiance and what it has done to Olivia Pope and Tony Goldwyn's relationship, that is not done, and how it sort of trickles down in that no one knows who to trust, and we don't know if you can trust Olivia because she rigged a national election, and like you can't. It's just amazing because nothing is black or white and nothing is finished. You know what I mean? Like everything. She's such an amazing writer that everything is complicated and has a lot of layers. So I don't think it's done yet. No.
And your second question?
My second question to you is this. This is a very fast-paced show. And I know I've seen some previous interviews that you guys did, and you said taking on the show you had to learn how to speak faster. How do you transition from speaking so fast to this forum now where you have to slow it down?
Yeah.
You mean you speak faster than you do now?
I speak and I'm a fast talker. Like I was just going to say, I am naturally a very, very fast talker, and I'm very high energy, and I'm born and raised in New York, and my mother talks fast, and everybody talks fast, and so this is actually the first job I've ever had where Shonda actually tells me to speak faster. She's the first person that hasn't told me to slow down. But when I'm in this, I'm like, okay, I am very energetic, and I do like to speak fast, but I have to try and make my thoughts clear and concise. But I love it. The Scandal pace. I think that's why I had success too with the show. It's like people's attention spans are shorter
Very
nowadays
short,
with
yeah.
Twitter and TV and everything's going. So I think the only way for the show to really stay ahead of the audience and keep them wanting more is to keep things fast paced so that your brain actually has to work and try to put all the theories together, and we're always a step ahead of you. And I think that's such, I think it's one of the key things of why the show has taken off.
Yes, it's very successful. Did you have one last one or?
Yes.
Okay, last point.
Okay, my favorite scene in the whole scandal is the gladiator scene. The very first time you find out about being a gladiator.
Isn't that that was my audition scene.
I was going to say,
oh my gosh.
To get the role.
That was my audition scene. It was this fast-paced Quinn and Harrison scene, and it's one of the best scenes ever because you start off being like, this isn't a date. I'm not going on a date. This isn't a blind date. I don't do this. And he's like, it's not a date. And then he says, you've been hired by Olivia Pope. And you just go, Olivia Pope is my idol. She's my role model. I just want to be her. And that was my audition scene, and it clicked and went in so easy, and that's how I started to sort of get the inkling that maybe this might work out. Like, I might book this because I felt so close to that scene and so close to her.
My last question, and then I'll let you go, is the process for you as an actor. Like, when you get the script the day before or whatever.
Oh, it's crazy.
How do you practice your lines? What's your technique?
I have a lot of methods. I pace a lot, and I speak aloud a lot. I record my lines into my iPhone so that, like, I'll record the other person's lines, and then I try to say my line as fast as I can, and then the other person says it. And then I also have a best friend whose birthday it is today, actually.
Oh, happy
Stephanie
birthday,
Black.
Stephanie.
Happy birthday, Steph Black. I love you. She's one of my best friends for years, and she comes over, and she lives down the street, and she just drills. Like, if I'm in big trouble, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just got this tonight, and I have to know it by 8 a.m. tomorrow. She'll come over at 10 o'clock at night. I start drinking caffeinated tea, and
it's on. It's good to share because you never know other people's techniques. But it's good to know because we do have aspiring actors that are watching.
Awesome.
So it's always good to get.
Got to put in that work. That's
Exactly.
the point.
Thank you for stopping by, Katie.
Thank you for having me. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for being gladiators and for watching and spreading the word. I really appreciate it.
Picture.
Please.
Okay, there's the camera right there.
Yippee. Was that a good one?
I love those sound effects. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay. Goodbye, you guys.
Bye.
Another one?
You can do it?
Okay.
Bye, guys. Leave them there.
Thank you for stopping by. Pleasure to meet you.
Have a great
I'm so
day.
energized and elated now.
Great.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, where Josh is coming for you.
There's Josh.
Call your sister. Yes, we have to call my sister.
Okay.
Sweet.
Was that from this now?
Thank you. Woo!
That was fun.
So I've gotten to meet 1, 2, 3, I think. 3 other cast
I
members.
want to see all the photos. Wait, hold on. Oh, see, so I have to turn my camera app on in order for me to see it, right? Okay, there.
Oh
it
no,
is.
they are added to the actual post. If you go to Fox 11 and you go to the public post. Is it the public post? No, you go to the.
It's all the blue box.
Hangout post, the invitation post.
Yes. Oh.
So yeah, they're all there.
Okay, I'll look. Okay.
I love it.
Well, there they are.
That way you can have quick access to all the pictures.
Thank you.
Oh, the robot
Happy
again.
all the time. Fembot.
I think I have 2 pictures of you now doing your robot.
I'm back. Thank you, Chiggy. Okay, that was a busy ass day. Who did we talk to?
Sweet.
We talked to, we talked to American Idol girl, right? We talked to
Aubrey.
Then we talked to Dr. Richard Isaacson.
Mm-hmm.
Then we talked to Helen Moon. Then we talked to Katie Lowe's. I swear there was one more in there somewhere, no?
We just had 4.
Just 4? I felt like more than that for some reason.
Wow.
Thank
you.
Thank you. I'm so excited about my chicken wings.
Got your wings. You know, when I come to visit, there better be somebody there with some good food.
Well, I'm just going to call Jimmy and Cordell, and they're They're going to come
well,
over.
they will be there, won't they? I mean, if anybody else goes, I'm sure they'll turn up as well. Won't they?
Well, if you, I mean, if you, well, especially.
Oh, now Jimmy comes in.
Oh, look at the devil.
Jimmy, were you watching online and you just decided to come in when I mentioned your name? I know it. I know that's what happened. I know it.
I can't believe he's just now coming in. Dude.
Jimmy. I bet you he was watching and then he came in. Jimmy.
This has come from the guy who's not here that often.
Jimmy.
I was here before you.
Did you just hear me say your name and then you came in?
Oh no, I just no, actually.
That's hilarious. I literally just uttered your name, and then boom, you came in. That was weird. Okay, Trav, what's that? What is that about?
That's a coincidence.
What were you saying about me?
No, we're saying that if anybody goes to the studio, if any of us, when we go to the studio, you'll come again next time.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Well, no. The conversation went like this. Kim goes, if I ever go to the studio, I better get some food, like chicken wings and all that kind of stuff. And I go, well, yeah, you will, because all I have to do is call Jimmy, and Jimmy will come in. And then, boom, you come in. And then Trev said, well, if anybody, of course it's going to be that way.
That's the thing. I mean, if I go, let's say when I come in the studio, but when I do, I won't even bother bringing food because Jimmy will be there. So
I figured I'd get a picture while Jimmy was in here.
Yeah, you guys definitely need to plan to come over and we'll all go and have a real hangout.
Yeah. So Maria, did you get my my tweet yesterday?
I did. Yeah, you were at The Voice or something like that.
Yeah, I was at the premiere. I was at the premiere for The Voice.
Oh, dude, I don't like you at all. Okay. I don't like you at all. I just want you to know that, Jimmy.
You know that when Kim says that means she loves you.
Yeah, I know. I ain't worried about it.
Or she's super jealous.
You didn't.
Are you still planning your trip?
Yeah. But what we're going to say, when I do come over, I'm expecting, because I'm coming 6,000 miles, so I don't just want to come to the studio. I'm expecting us to go and get pissed, drunk. Definitely. I mean, obviously when it's close at the time, I will. But and I'm not even joking there. I do expect a night out or just an afternoon out or something, just to have a beer.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Yeah. No, we're gonna crush it. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, you guys, I have to run on the set now. There's this thing that we do at 10 minutes till, which Julie's coming to get me, I'm sure. It's become a tradition. Julie comes to get me.
He comes to get you, then he rewinds you, then he rewinds up your battery.
So bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, see you, Maria.
Friday with Matt Ashley. Bye.
Oh, yay, Matt Ashley, yay.
See ya.
All right.
Good night.